guys, welcome to week 2 of expository writing, and this week we are going to write a compare and contrast essay. That means you're going to tell me how they are alike and how they are different. Now, your writing prompt is to compare and contrast your favorite singers or bands and/or bands. If you don't like that topic, feel free to choose another. Just tell me how the two things are alike and different. Compare and contrast. Now, for you younger kids, it's going to be 3 paragraphs. First paragraph is your introduction and include your thesis statement. The second paragraph is your argument with evidence and examples, evidence and or examples to support your argument. And the third paragraph is your conclusive paragraph. So for you older kids, 5 paragraphs. I want an introductory paragraph with your thesis, and then 3 paragraphs that give 3 different arguments with evidence or examples to support your arguments, and then finally 1 paragraph to conclude your essay. So to do the writing process, remember you need to do an outline. Start with your topic, list how they're alike, list how they're different, your arguments you want to make about how they're alike or how they're different, and different, not or. And then your topics with your examples and your evidence listed underneath, okay? So that's going to be your assignment for the week. I want 5 sentences per paragraph. Younger students, 3 paragraphs. Older students, 5 paragraphs, all right? So now I'm going to tell you a few writing tips. When you're writing expository papers or scholarly papers or academic papers, it's different. You're not going to write the same as you do for creative writing. So there are some rules you want to follow that are important because it makes it more academic-like. So one of the things you want to make sure you do is never use contractions. Always use the full word. You want to make sure you don't include a lot of definitions or quotations. Maybe 1 quote, but that's it, especially in a short essay like this. But not a lot of definitions either, because those are just fillers. I don't want to read the definition of something. I want to read what you have to say about it. So make sure you keep your verb tense the same, that you write in third person. Make sure you check for spelling, grammar, all those things, and check for any kind of errors that you might have. All right, so make sure you give evidence and examples to back up your argument. You don't have to do research, just come up with your own. Don't use slang words, and don't use non-specific words like thing, got, very. I've given you that list. I'll continue to give you that list, and I'll mark them because you need to use more specific words. All right, so try not to be repetitive with your words. Find new words. Be descriptive. Do not use be verbs. Eliminate those as much as possible. That is, am, is, are, was, were, be, being, been. Don't say it is, they were, she was. Find an action verb instead, okay? Try to get rid of as many of those be verbs as you can. Get rid of them. They're boring. Action verbs, okay? And then try to use really good vocabulary. That says a lot about you, and it just kind of ups your paper a little bit when you can add in some really great vocabulary. Use your thesaurus. You've got access to all kinds of resources on the internet, all right? And make a really good concluding paragraph. Restate what you've already stated. You should have watched the video on how to write a good thesis statement. I will include that in the description of this video as well, and you can watch it again. So you need to start out with a really strong introductory paragraph with a really strong thesis, and then finish with a really good concluding paragraph. You know, make a strong statement and end your paper there. Vary your sentence structure. Do not use all simple sentences or all compound sentences or all complex sentences. Change it up a little. If you tend to write more with compound and complex sentences, then throw in a simple sentence every once in a while. It can really just add a little bit of emphasis to what you're trying to say. Or just the opposite. Take some of your simple sentences, if you tend to write in simple sentences, and combine them and make a compound sentence. But vary your sentence structures. It will make your paper so much better. Okay, so this week you're going to compare and contrast. That means tell me what is the same and what is different about your favorite singers and or bands, or if you don't like that, you can come up with your own. Just make sure it's a good, easy topic for you to talk about. So have a good week. I'll talk to you next week.